So first of all, I will explain you how I'm going to do it. So we want it to be simple. So basically it's going to be two quadrats or rectangles, one from the front side and one from the back. We're going to sew it on the both sides and leave a holes for head and hands. And you can use whatever pattern you want. I will make it from cells, the simplest you can make. Also, I'm using a normal acrylic yarn. You can take whatever yarn you want. And I'm using a hook number 4.5 because I want it to be loose. So you can take whatever yarn and hook you want. You can try different sizes of hook and decide you want it to be more straight, more dense, or more loose. Then let's make a chain. This is going to be a basic chain for our top. Once you've finished, attach it to yourself, and also depend of materials. You can make it more straight or you can make it loose. I want it to be a little bit loose, and also acrylic is a yarn that is very elastic, so I will leave it like that, and I will add this tail. So after you have decided what size of chain you want to use, you should add about 10 more chains. Then let's make the first cell. I decided that I want it to be like 5 chains large. So every piece of my pattern will consist of 6 chains. For the first one, I have to leave 5, 5 and 3. So I count 13 chains, including one on a hook, and in the 14 I made a first double crochet. This way I made the first chain. So 5, 3 to go up this back side, and 5 for my cell. This is for the first one. Then I make 5 chains because I decided it should be large like this, and in the 6th I'm going to make a double crochet, and this is the pattern I'm going to repeat all the way. You can make it from 5, 10, 3 cells, whatever you like. Keep going till the end of the row. Once you've finished, attach it to yourself again because it's going to be shorter than a chain, and now you have to understand where to stop. So that's why we made our chain a little bit longer. And those chain that we made more, you have to up down it. I have just one chain that I'm going to up down, and now I'm going to do this. So it's easier to adjust it once you finish the first row than count and make and remake it sometimes. That's why for the first chain I'm making it always longer. And now we're going to repeat our pattern as many rows as we want. So for the first one, we're always going to make 3 chains for this back side, and then 5 for our pattern. If you decided to make it from 5, you make 5, or your quantity of chains. Then in a double crochet of a previous row, I'm making a double crochet, and then I'm going to keep going like that as many rows as I want. So basically this is the idea. It's the simplest top we can make easy and fast. Based on this top, you can use other patterns, customize it, whatever you like. So I crocheted for an hour, and my first piece is ready. This is what's left from the first ball of yarn, and now I'm trying it on again. And yes, I want it to be short like this, always remembering that the acrylic material is elastic and it would adjust for my body. Now I'm going to make a hole for my head. I have made 12 rows, and I want the part for head will be a little bit bigger because I will make just 1 row for shoulders. So I'm going to make 3 cells from the both sides. So I'm starting the row as I did it before. I'm making 3 cells. Also, you can make more rows for shoulders if you don't want to attach your top basically to the neck, because I'm doing it like that. You can make it rounder, so you can make, for example, 2 rows from 4 cells and leave for the head only 4 cells, 1/3 part of your top. So my 3 cells are done, and now I'm going to count how many chains I have to crochet to go to the second part and make 3 cells from the other side. So every cell consists from 6 chains. So I'm going to count 5 cells as 6 chains, and for the last one I'm going to make 5, and in the 6 I'm going to make a double crochet. So I have to do 35 chains, and in the 36 I'm going to make a double crochet. So we have to repeat this basic chain for this part of the neck. We're not going to do for the whole part. And for 36 I'm making a double crochet, and then I'm going to make 3 cells as I did on the beginning of the row for my first left shoulder. And for the right shoulder I'm going to make now 3 cells. I've done, and now I'm going to make the second part just the same as I did the first one. So if we count well all our chains, we have to repeat as many cells as we did before, and I have to do 12 cells in my row. So let's control. I'm in the middle of my row, and as before always I make 5 chains, and in the 6th of a previous row I'm making a double crochet. Just keep going. The first row is done, and now I'm going to count how many rows I did. It's 26 rows. So for the second part on the top I have to make the same quantity of rows, and then I'm going to sew them together. Keep going. So the second part is also ready. Now I have to understand where to attach one part to another. So I've decided to leave 12 cells for my holes for arms, and attach this 14 cells together from one side and then from another. I'm going to do it with a hook, but smaller hook, 2.5. You can also sew it with a needle. I'm making it with a single crochet. You can also make it with a slip stitch. Just be sure to put one chain to another, one cell to another. Before to cut the yarn, try it on to understand is it good enough. Repeat with the second part, cut the yarn and hide all the yarn ends. So it took me 2 hours to make the top, but just because I planned everything from the beginning. Also for my size M I use 64 grams of yarn, and the top is about 39 for 41 centimeter. I'm really happy to make it because it's really easy, and that's what's the point, not to use a lot of yarn, a lot of time, and some specific skills. So as a basic model, it's perfect and you can begin from it. Write me if you have some questions, and have a nice crochet!